the actual there used to be an industry for
Mm.
whaling. There used to be an industry for professional wrestling.
Mm.
There, which then grew into a monopoly of
Yeah.
sports entertainment, and now I'm desperate to coin a phrase. It's just wrestletainment. It's info. It's like infotainment. It's wrestletainment. It's all taint, no bollocks. You know,
Yeah.
it's just this glomular fucking just it's a husk.
Mm.
It's the equivalent of that parasitic mushroom that takes over insects,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's just
It's a stranger wearing your grandmother's face or something like that.
it
Like it's
like
yeah.
I know what it's media is what are you arriving to it
Hmm.
to give you as a
Yeah.
service or a product. I watch shows because dot 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 dot. I
Hmm.
watch wrestling because I watch wrestling because like I like wrestling. I
Yeah.
like the moves. It's cool. It's fun. It's entertaining. And then you diverge
Hmm.
into its real conflict, its storytelling, its characters, it's funny, it's blah, 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 blah. WWE isn't isn't funny,
No.
isn't entertaining. It they're doing good drama at the moment.
Hmm.
It like when people are cutting promos, yeah, I get it. But it hasn't been funny. It hasn't been. I haven't laughed. I haven't. There's a real. It's very hard to corporate fun.
Hmm.
As we did it on the Mind Palace. It's really hard to put terms and conditions in a ball pit, and it's so much of that is wrestling is it's dirty.
Hmm.
It's dirty. It's a filthy, carny pastime.
Yeah,
It's sticky floors and reheated popcorn.
yeah, it's a behem like much like a lot of other sports, like there's a bohemian quality to it in a sense. And again, I think what like, and this is kind of a wider context, a lot of like actual cultural commentators who have the temerity to actually call themselves that have kind of pointed out to the fact that like we've been kind of stuck in a kind of nostalgia loop. But that's
And
also because marketers have told people like nostalgia. It's like no fucking shit. People like nostalgia. They like going back to their
and
childhood
they
because
really used to like nostalgia here. La la
yes,
la la
like
la la.
someone was making a point about like I think it was a second funny I think it was actually the second captain's podcast who deal mostly in sport, but for the crack they did an Oasis pod and really annoyed everybody with it because basically kind of made the point that basically one of the people like on the show couldn't understand why Oasis was selling out in Dublin, and he kind of drew to the kind of a wider point, like went like kind of like his went with a big brain moment and saying, well, basically, well, the reason why Oasis is selling out and no one else, like no one more recent, is because there's basically been a cultural deterioration. There has been no new culture in the last 10, 15, 20 years. Everything that you have
There's
right now
a
is content for the sake of content. There's
it's
nothing
it's
actually like
the it's the
defining.
switch it's the switch between broadband and dial-up. It's the switch between
Mm,
electrical current.
yes.
It's fucking long wave versus short wave. It's everything is now narrowcast. We both love Dropout.
Yeah, yeah.
Dropout is niche as fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
Niche as fuck. Wrestling is niche as fuck. I'll argue wrestling isn't bohemian. It's hick.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
I'll go with that. Yeah.
hick. It is. It has mass appeal because it is accessible via the lower levels. That's where
Mm.
you enter wrestling. But now people are entering wrestling from all of the. I'm gonna. You are walking in the wrong fucking door, lads.
Mm.
This is IKEA. You're supposed to fucking start here and
Yeah.
progress this way. You're supposed to accidentally find wrestling on a Saturday morning when you're flicking channels, when like this is what happened to me. I randomly saw wrestling on the
Mm.
telly and I went, "Oh, this is a thing." I have lots of movement for my
Mm.
young little eyes. And me ma walked in and saw it, me dad walked in and saw it, and they went, "Oh, another one.
Yeah.
Another one of us has fallen prey to the horror of wrestling."
Mm.
I'd see it with Ethan. He fucking loves wrestling. He
Yeah.
loves it. You wanna remind yourself of what it means to watch something? I have the direct source of
Yeah. Yeah.
how humans enjoy things. Ethan stood in the kitchen and shouted at a builder just to say hi to him. "Hi, builder. Hi. Hello."
Yeah.
The pure form of human. And I
I think we
was that.
described that as popping himself, I
Yeah,
think.
but I am that child. I
Yeah.
provided the psychology and genetics. I know that guy. I am that guy.
You were aware of it, of someone like
You've
that.
seen,
Yeah.
like, I mean, you've been in Ethan's company. You
Yeah.
look at that little joy factory. It's fucking
He
amazing.
is.
Like,
He's a bubbly little boy.
it's a reminder. But
Yeah.
that's where you can. People got into wrestling
Mm.
now because it was on Netflix and it was accessible to them. It's not supposed to be accessible to you.
You're supposed to find it.
It's supposed to find you.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be sure, I'll throw. That's the attitude of wrestling. Sure, I'll throw it on. The only
Yeah.
people that really commit to watching wrestling are the people who have podcasts about it. Fucking print that T-shirt. But it's
I mean, to be fair, like, I like find me like a people that actually watch wrestling for the sake of wrestling and not wrestling to have an opinion on it.
it's but by right. I would fucking love to listen to a My Little Pony podcast, only for the fact that people really fucking love My Little Pony.
Mm.
I'm really looking forward to the Has Been Hotel fucking podcasts in a couple of years. Really looking forward to them.
Yeah.
Because wrestling has gone on so long
Mm.
that there's these epochs
Yeah.
of media consumption where we were the new users.
Mm-hmm.
We were the new users. This is great. I love this. Stone Cold Steve Austin on my T-shirt during fucking PE. Fuck yeah.
That dates it.
So, I was the new user. And there was only a few of us that outwardly loved wrestling. And you had to kind of earn it.
Let us help you, Shawn.
And it wouldn't be in Ireland. You know, the shows we went to, some of them were a bit waffly and shite.
Yeah.
And the WWE events were what they were. And you just see, like, the difference in American Rampage Wrestling or whatever that.
Yeah, no, you're right the first
was
time.
yeah. Rampage Wrestling versus when Netflix was here.
Yeah.
In the same fucking stadium, in the same geographical location.
Yes.
And you look around that crowd and you're like, yous are all here for the wrong reasons.
Mm-hmm.
You're here because it's the place to be and it's the cool product. And I'll tell yous now, wrestling isn't cool.
It isn't.
It's just not. It's not cool. It's real. It's spandex pantomime. It's the greatest show on earth, but it's crap. That's why I love it.
It's trash. Yeah, it's always meant to be trash TV. Anyway, should we get the video back on upstairs, Brian? Should we up the top here? Will we get the video back on? Actually, no. The way I'm editing now is different. Will we put the video on down here now instead?
Ooh,
there we go. That's more like it.
Where's? Hang on. Oh, you have another.
I sent you the link, sir.
You do.
But yeah, again, like the point you make is actually quite fair. But again, I think that's like, I'd be remiss in saying that is still the direction of travel for most sports as well. It's that like people want to be like to coin a phrase from Hamilton, they want to be in the room where it happens. They're not necessarily fans of the product because ultimately the actual true fans of the product now being priced out of most sports. You know, like by the time this is going out, we have some like massive matches coming up in the World Cup qualifiers. Like we'll have to play Czechia, and if we beat them, we have to play Denmark, who are basically like
I'm
the
I'm a I'm a filthy casual. The only reason I'm watching Ireland is because of Parrot. That's it. It's the only
Alcon
reason I
motherfuckers.
even.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah,
I am
100%.
I am a filthy fucking casual. I've
Yeah.
no problem saying that. Where I for a while was
Mm.
super into football and sport ball, and now I'm not.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm far more interested in Dungeons and Dragons than I
Yeah,
am in shepherding some leather into an outdoor cupboard.
yeah, it's all good.
Right.
But that's the thing. Like again, like that's also again. Here's a wanky word for today: the zeitgeist. Sometimes there's just something in the zeitgeist that gets people. And again, for those who don't know, zeitgeist is almost like the cultural touchstone. It's like the kind of cultural summary of like whatever's going on. So like if we were to use this as an example, the zeitgeist at the moment would be something like the Stranger Things, fucking American politics, just
Here's your
geopolitics generally, that sort
here's
of stuff.
your
That's what zeitgeist
hang
is at the
on,
moment.
hang on. There's your zeitgeist.
Mm.
Our zeitgeist is handheld
Oh
and
yeah, yeah,
tailored.
and it's tailored exactly. Yeah.
And yours, by design of what I said about the sidebar on YouTube,
Mm.
we are taking from the same lake, but
Yeah.
we're all on different sides. All
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
us. No one. We're very similar in a lot of
Mm.
our interests and would draw from more of the same lobe of this collective mind, this
Mm.
zeitgeist. Yeah? We
Yeah.
would take from far more pools and far more same sources of media, rhetoric, politics, poetry, all the good stuff, right?
Sure.
And still we find divergence.
Yeah.
And still we find divergence. I would challenge anyone watching this to look around your friend group and find someone who you actually have all of the same favorite things with.
Yeah.
I don't think it doesn't exist anymore.
And no
We
should it as
have
well. Like that's also the kind of the other kind of massive difference of the digital world now is that like because like essentially you can just go and find a forum of all like-minded people. It's like that's a double-edged sword of its own, right? Because I think the whole idea of finding like-minded people in the sense that like you're just going to be agreeable to everything and everyone gets on really well. But that's what an echo chamber is. That's what that is. But instead, what you can do is you can go into a room and talk about the thing that you love to different people and articulate in a certain way, and let them talk about the stuff that they love and find common interest that way. You know?
I think commonality is actually not that common.
Yeah.
Of what
No, and that
used
I don't
of
think
what
it
of
should
what
be
we
personally.
of what we of what we grew up with. We grew up with 7 o'clock Coronation Street.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone was drawn from the same source
Mm,
at the same time, which by design matters because
mm,
I'll watch. I haven't watched the final season of Stranger Things, nor I don't think I will.
mm.
I know it exists and I've seen a bit of it and I know enough of it to talk a bit about it, but
Yeah.
it's important that I saw when X-Men 97 came out. Did you watch that?
We just watched it recently, actually. Yeah.
Isn't it just fucking brilliant? Like, good classic televisual product.
Yeah.
I watched it when it came out week to week, and I was
Mm,
texting my friend about it week to week. And there
mm.
was something about watching it now,
Yeah.
in the moment, as opposed to the way you take in media, the way you consume media. Here's a perfect fucking paradigm of this topic of conversation.
Mm.
Captain Jack Freedom
Hmm.
is a reference nobody gets.
Yeah.
No one gets it. I will talk to fucking 7 people
Mm.
who know who that is.
Yeah, yeah,
And Sarah's one of them. And she doesn't even know the fucking RPG.
yeah.
But she knows Jack. She
Yeah, yeah,
knows he's
yeah.
one of my characters. But to make the like everything everything has become so much of an in joke
Yeah.
that it's now an out joke.
Mm.
Everything has gone so far in that how far do you step into a box?
Mm.
Does the box stop being a box and it just becomes your reality?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So everything is so niche. Have you watched Has Been Hotel or Hell of a Boss?
Neither, but I know of them. Yeah.
Of them. So much because we again we pull from similar sources.
Yeah.
So much of a lot of like you both of us like kind of old school British humor, but we diverge. But we
Yes.
agree. We like certain like a lot of certain things, and we would go. You know what? If I watched it when you did, I'd love that too.
Mm.
Um, I don't like Doctor Who.
Neither do I.
Don't get it. Doesn't click with me.
Yeah.
I don't particularly click with sci-fi, but I
Mm.
get it. I
Yeah.
get it if instead of what the fuck was I watching? When was Next Generation out?
From 1988 to about 1995.
Okay, full on Pokemon for me.
Yeah.
I was all Pokemon. That was me. Everything
Mm-hmm.
on, and then I slowly got into wrestling from there. I've always been a very single focused thing.
Mm.
You asked me
That's
what's
a hyperstation thing. Yeah, no, I know that feeling. I come in
I,
4 or 5 different flavors.
yeah, but that's
This
where
is one of them.
there's so much of if I had watched, and I did watch bits of Star Trek here and there,
Yeah, yeah.
and I know, actually Deep Space Nine more so.
Mm. Great show, to be fair.
Just it happened to be on, but I never really. You know what I really fucking got into was Stargate.
Stargate was
Loved
great though.
Stargate.
Fair, yeah.
Fucking loved Stargate.
Stargate is more is more it's more saccharine than Star Trek is.
Even more so. What was the name of the sci-fi show where the actor who was in Hercules was in it? What was that called?
Actor
Remember
from
it?
Her-
It was around that time.
Um,
Oh, it's gonna do me head in. I have to.
I need to know what the actor for Hercules was for starts.
Uh, like the Hercules series.
Yeah, you're not talking about fucking Tate Donovan, are you?
Uh,
Like when you say Hercules,
Kevin Sorbo.
Kevin Sorbo, right? Okay.
Um, Sigh.
Andromeda.
Was it Andromeda?
Andromeda. Yeah.
Andromeda. I fucking loved Andromeda.
Hmm.
And more so than I loved Dark Angel. And more
Mm.
than Dark Angel, I loved Mutant X.
Yeah. But the other thing is, Andromeda is such an absolute fucking blatant riff of Stargate. It's
But
such a
it was
but that's what made it good is the fact that like people who like Stargate will love Andromeda because
you know
Andromeda
what
is meant to be a mix between Star Trek and Stargate.
I only liked it because his weapons were cool.
Yeah, but that's all sometimes it needs. I think
That's it.
genuinely like a lot of people like if I'm using video games as a comparison, the reason why people like Mass Effect is because of the ship and
I
the idea of basically fucking aliens. Like
I would have I
it
would have
gets you in the
gotten
game.
to I would have gotten to Star Trek more if they just focused on the Klingons. Far more interesting to me because they had a cool fucking weapon.
Hmm.
That's I
But
would
it's
have.
funny it's funny you should say Deep Space Nine because considering that like Deep Space Nine gravitated toward like a lot more the alien races more than humans did because they actually shockingly enough had a lot more social commentary than Next Generation did. Next Generation picked their battles very clear, very carefully, whereas Deep Space Nine, had like basically had the right writers in from the start going like actually no we're going to talk about genocide.
But
We're going to talk
that's
about all these things from the start.
but that like I am I love a gadget.
Yeah.
I love a gadget and a yoke and a majigger. I love
Mm.
a MacGuffin. I love a
Yeah.
MacGuffin. And like, did you ever watch Mutant X?
A little bit, not as much now, not as much.
Fucking, I can tell you, hand on heart, it's so fucking crap. But
Mm,
I loved the idea. I'm besotted with powers and mutants, and I
yeah,
lean into that side of stuff, like more into kind of fantasy magic, and that
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
might click. But in the same way with wrestling,
Mm,
you watch like what initially grabs you for wrestling is not what keeps you.
that's
Much in the
true.
same way,
Yeah.
any relationship. The reason the reason that me and Sarah started going out is not the reason we're still together. It's not. And we've
Yeah.
had this conversation, and it's just things change,
Mm,
and I can see where Cena found something that had
mm,
no right to last his entire most of his fucking career.
yeah.
He had no right to stay, and he didn't outlive his welcome, and he did what he did, and
Mm,
fair like it's well done. Congratulations, Sean, you did it. Sean O'Canadic, good lad,
yeah.
local boy, done good. But like, he's wearing jorts and a headband on his arm.
Mm,
Why? Because he's not my guy. I don't
mm,
think he ever would have been my guy. My guy was Raven.
yeah. But
Like,
again, that's also the fact that like again, it goes back to the aspect of like that like Cena is the median wrestling fan that people were made to, or not made to, or but like that was like in a weird way, you know, always in an ensemble, there is a protagonist, there is a star of the show, there is a top of there's a top of the mailing list in a sense, and Cena is that. In any kind of like, in anything like that, there is always has to be a number one on the call sheet. At the moment, you probably say it's Cody Rhodes because that is the order of things. It's always the whoever the and again, this is America, but like American
who's
wrestling in particular.
holding whoever's holding the big letters? Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Um, WWE will become relevant culturally again when they actually let the women just take over the show, because they're far more interesting, they're
Yeah.
better, they're far more nuanced, and as is evident by every single fan base that has ever existed in pop
Mm,
culture, women drive numbers.
it does.
Pop culture. You want to catch everybody? You get the girls on side.
Yes.
You get the girls, you get everybody.
Yeah.
You get, and I say that as a flag waving non-binary person. You
Mm,
get you get that side of the that color spectrum,
yes.
then you get everybody. And it is something that isn't, it's just not leaned into as much
Yeah.
in terms, like you can see it on Netflix. The stuff Sarah watches, I can tell you, I fucking hate so much that I can at least culturally say, well, I'm a bit of a bloke there.
Yeah.
Cause fucking hell. I walk into the room and it's like I have been punched in the face.
Yeah.
It is just unspeakably unpleasant for me to watch those types of things.
Mm.